everyone, so today's design we're going through is the sleeved ring top. Now you'll need a ring. For all my Australian friends, I get these from Bunnings. And you just need to make sure it's a metal that's not going to rust when it goes through the wash. This one here, this one's a 5 centimeter ring. So I recommend one around about this size. We also need a zipper foot for this one. Some padding, which is optional. 4 front pieces, 2 back pieces, and 2 sleeves. Now if you're doing the short sleeve version, the instructions are exactly the same. It's just your sleeve will be smaller. So we might start with the front pieces. So we have 4 front pieces here. We're going to place 2 pairs. So it's going to look like this. We're going to face them right sides together. So if you have a printed fabric, for example, you would want the print on the inside facing each other. And we're going to clip this bottom edge as well as this front chest section. Like that. While we're at it, we're going to do the back piece as well. So we're going to face the back pieces right sides together. We're going to clip this bottom section as well as this neck section. Now we're going to sew all of these in the places that we've just clipped, so all the way along the bottom, this top section and these chest sections. Now I use my overlocker as standard. If you don't have one of those, that's completely fine. Just use a stretch stitch on your sewing machine. The zigzag stitch is the most common one. So I've finished all of those seams. Now we want to sew the ring onto the front of the top, which I'll show you at my sewing machine. So I have my 2 front pieces here. We want to turn them the right way around. And I'm going to just place some clips on this small raw edge here. Makes it a bit easier to work with. Now we're going to take our ring and we are going to fold over one raw edge inside the ring. Like this. There we go. Now when we sew this on, it is going to gather, which is actually what we want. So don't be too worried about trying to stretch it out and make it flat. We are going to sew it with a gather. Now we need our zipper foot because this foot is going to help us get right next to the ring. So we're going to start from one side and we're going to do a straight stitch all the way along, making sure to reverse a couple times at the beginning and the end so it stays secure. Now sometimes it's going to bunch up a lot and you can just slide it along the ring a little bit. So we do want it to gather, but we don't want to have one section that's like one big clump of fabric. So that's what it'll look like. We're going to trim off this excess. So this side's done. We're going to bunch it up just to make sure we have enough space to comfortably put the other side on. So this is wrong side facing up. You can see the raw edges here. We're going to take the other side. Make sure it is the right way around. We don't want to like accidentally put it on upside down. So we're going to do the same step just for this side. There we go. Now, we do have one more optional step. You don't have to do this, but I like to place some securing stitches just in this top section. That way, when it's worn, it just provides a little bit more coverage, but you don't have to do that. It just means when it's worn, it's going to be a little bit more open in the front. So fully depends on your preference. So there we go. We've finished the front now. We're going to go back to my workbench. So that's the front. Now the next step is to put it inside the back piece. So this is going to be threaded through this piece, and we're going to join it at the side seams as well as the shoulder seams up here. There we go. Now we're going to sew these side seams and shoulder seams. And while we're over at our machine, we're going to do the sleeves as well. So we want to fold them in half, right sides together. So if you have a printed fabric, they're going to be facing each other. We're going to pin all the way along, and we're going to sew along these seams as well. This is what it'll look like. Now I'm going to tie off these corners of overlocker thread. Now we can turn this the right way around just by reaching in and pulling out the front. There we go. Now we want to have it facing the wrong way around. So you can see this is the front. We want that on the inside. So we want to be able to see the raw edges here. And for our sleeves, while they're already folded in half, we're going to place a clip on the tip, which is marking the halfway point around the sleeve. We're going to turn them the right way around. Now we're going to take our sleeve, holding it from this seam here, place it inside the top. Now we're going to line up the side seam of the top with the seam of the sleeve, clip them together. Now this center clip that we added to the sleeve gets lined up with the seam on the shoulder. And then from there, we're going to spread out this sleeve evenly and clip all the way around. Now we're going to do the same step for the other side. So both sleeves are on. Now we're going to sew these in place. So the sleeves are on. I've tied off the overlocker edge, and while I was at my machine, I just hemmed the sleeves as well. So I folded them over 1.5 centimeters, and I did a straight stitch all the way around. Because it's on the wrist, it doesn't need to stretch very much, so a straight stitch is going to be fine for that one. I did that for both. Now I'll turn the top the right way around, and you're finished. What I like to do at the very end is add removable padding. So on the inside of the top, we need to cut a small hole on each side. Now this works with spandex because spandex doesn't fray. So I'm going to cut a small 3 centimeter hole on the underarm here, just through one piece of fabric. Make sure you don't go through the front by accident. Now I'm going to take my padding, roll it up, and put it in. And we're finished.